Good Thursday morning, friends. It's me, Terry Lambertson. This is what I have for you today. God is a God of new beginnings. If we want to experience all God has in store for us, we have to be willing to step out into the new thing that God is doing. It won't always be easy. It won't always make sense. It won't always be our first choice. And it won't always be familiar. When God is doing a new thing, don't expect it to look like the old. It will be different, sometimes completely different, but it will be the very step we need to take to arrive at the very place we need to be, to fulfill the very thing God desires to do in us, for us, and through us. Don't be afraid to step out into the new. The one who is calling you forward is already there. This was written by Stacy L. Sanchez. Thank you, Stacy. I did not see any of this in my life. Running a group, doing these videos, having a YouTube, doing some podcasting, doing some speaking, doing some life coaching. I did not ever see any of this in me. And the truth is, life coaching isn't just what I do. Now I see that it is actually who I am. I have been giving my friends sage advice since like 6th grade. And I was always the person that people came to. But I did not ever see any of this. And if I had, I would have definitely felt unworthy, because I had a lot of unworthiness because of the crippling dysfunction that I was raised with. But, and even, when God dropped all this on me was 4 months after my granddaughter had passed. So let me back up just a little bit. Got a lot of new people here, and not everybody knows my story, and I'm going to give you just a snippet. Okay, January 29th of 2020, I lost my mom. And for 9 months, I lost myself. I literally would walk by a mirror and think, I don't know you. I don't recognize you. I always knew that this was going to be a horrible event in my life, and I could never have imagined just how bad it was. Okay, cut to January 2023. So we're building this house. We're almost done. I'm actually starting to get my legs under me and function like a human being again. Okay, so January 2023, my Aunt Doreen passed away. She was my Christian mentor. She was the reason I became a prodigal 9 years ago. Exactly 30 days later, my 19-year-old granddaughter. 4 months later, my other Christian mentor of 40 years. And 2 days after her, a very good friend, 54 years old, had a GI bleed and did not survive it. It was just a season of crushing loss. And I was walking my dog at 6:30 in the morning in the yard one morning, and my granddaughter had been gone for 4 months. So this was just before I lost Eileen. And, God just said to me very clearly, I'm going to use you to work with other grieving people. And I stopped dead in my tracks. I threw my hands up in the air. I said, you cannot be serious right now, God. This is crazy. I don't have anything to say to me. I don't have anything to say to my daughter. You got to be kidding. And he said, hey, I didn't tell you that I wasn't going to give you the download. I'm just trying to point you in the direction of the end of this struggle. And over the next, several months, I worked with Nikki Cruz. I was her first ever one-on-one coaching client. I coached with her for more than 2 years. And she was the one who helped me move past my pain into what it is you see me doing today. So this is it, and I'm going to do this until God says, Terry, it's time to do. I don't know how long I'm going to be doing this. I love what I do. Yeah. Part of me says you're going to be doing this until you go out, but I don't know that. So, never get so cemented in what it is that you have for you, because, God is always doing a new thing, and life is always lifing. But never forget that God is always Godding. I hope you all have a great day. I will see you again on Friday morning. Take care, friends. Bye now.